ILKB coaches, guess what? I just put together the most comprehensive hand pad seminar, hand pad certification I've ever done. Check out a little bit of it right here.
Coaches, congratulations. I'm so excited you're doing this hand pad certification course with me. I want to give you a little history about myself if you don't already know. I'm a lifelong martial artist. What does that mean? I've been in martial arts my entire life, and I consider boxing and kickboxing a martial art. So let's begin with the hand pad training. I am very fortunate throughout my career as a martial arts professional. I've been able to train with some incredible coaches around the world. First, of course, my brother. My brother's been with me for forever and a day, as they say, and he's been the amazing trainer for me holding the pads, and he is awesome at holding hand pads for me and for pretty much anyone. He's just a pro at it. Also, Mr. Xavier Biggs. I have to pay homage to some of the people that have really helped me bring these tools to you today. Xavier Biggs, his nickname is Bad Pads because he's probably many experts say the absolute best pad holder in the boxing business. His brother Terrell Biggs won the '84 Olympic gold medal. He grew up around boxing in Philadelphia his entire life, and he's been my coach for over 25 years in the boxing world. I've had many other great coaches too. Teddy Cruz, who trained Arturo Gatti, has been a great pad holder for me. Also, when I trained in Mexico City, I was able to work with a couple trainers that worked with many professional fighters that you might all know if I said their name, but I've just been so blessed. Just want to give you a heads up that I've been doing this a long time, and I'm going to bring a lot of the knowledge I learned over the past 35 years right here to you, and I'm going to give it to you in a quick, easy format to follow. Let's have a great time and let's get started. Okay, coaches, I've got my client here, Patrick. It's time to get started. We're going to work on how to stand and how to cue. First off, how do you stand? What stance do you get in as a coach when you're holding the pads? I'll tell you the easiest way to do this, and the simplest way to learn is copy the customer. Okay, so if Patrick faces me, he's my client, and I notice he's right-handed. Okay, so he's got his left foot in front, so guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna copy and do the exact same thing. I'm gonna put my left in front here. This will make the interaction very, very simple and easier, I promise you. Now, if he was a lefty, a left-handed member, he would be this way, so I would be this way, obviously, when I do my movements. Now, you might watch some professionals and say, but Shannon, the coach is standing different than the fighter. They're not copying. And here's why. My coach would do this a lot. I am a left-handed fighter. I would fight left-handed, but I would fight a lot of right-handed people. So my coach would stand the way my opponent is going to stand when they fight me. And the reason they would do that is so I would get used to seeing the opponent turn this way. I would get used to seeing the person punching from that angle towards me, okay? But when you're learning, let's just copy. It makes things so much easier. So to learn, let's copy the client right here, okay? Now that we know how to stand, we're gonna just copy the member here, the client, and I will use member and client interchangeably. You may have people you personal train as your client. You may have a million members, which I hope you do. So I'll use member and client interchangeably here, okay? So now that we know how to stand, now we need to talk about cueing. Cueing is controlling the action. Remember, the coach should control the action, not the client, okay? Because I'll get injured. If I just hold my hands up and let him punch whenever he wants, I'm not gonna be ready because I don't know when he's gonna punch. It's too dangerous that way. So I wanna control the pace every single time. So cueing, and there's 3 different ways to cue. One is visually, one is verbally, and one is with physical touch. Let's start with the visual cue. So I've got my client here, Patrick. We're gonna do a jab. He's gonna do a jab with his left hand, and the cue is when it comes up. Boom. So when it comes up, he strikes the target. So here we go. Good, see, and this is a great drill for you to practice with, okay? Remember, put them down. Don't hold it up here because that's his cue to go. So put them down and let him react. Remember earlier I talked about reactions? This is a great reaction drill. When he sees it, he's got to go as quickly as he can. So let's see, just like that. See how he snaps it out there? He turns it over great, but he's, boom. And I'm working with this client here. I'm not gonna get in a rhythm. So I'm not gonna go, see, that's not teaching him any reaction, right? Because fighting is not like that. That's not, unfortunately. I wish it was, right? I wish it was that easy, right? It's not. So I'm gonna make him react here. You see that? Good, and I'm ready. See, when I put it up, I know it's coming. Boom. So that's a great drill for you to work on reaction, and that is a visual cue. Now let's add a verbal cue. Verbal is saying left jab. So a lot of times I use all the cues when I'm training a member, not just one, right? So I'll say, okay, Patrick, in your stance, we're gonna do a left jab right here. Boom, see I did that? So when I put it up there, fire it out. Ready, left jab, good. Left jab, good. Left jab, left jab, good. So that's I'm saying it. Left jab, left jab, left jab. Right hand, see that? Right hand. I'm using the visual cue of the target and the verbal cue of saying right hand, right? So right hand. Now I could say cross, jab, cross, but it's just so easy for a new client to understand right hand, left jab, right hand. It's so easy. So watch left jab, right hand, right hand, right hand. And now that he's got that, I could probably pull away the verbal cue and just go visual. Good, good. Good, you see that? Now we're having a lot of fun and he's learning to react. Now the last one is a touch. And again, when I'm working with someone for the first time especially, and I don't know his speed, how fast he is, how hard he hits, I'm gonna make sure he understands what I'm asking for by touching too. So I will touch and go right hand. When I pop it up, the right hand. Or I might say left jab, that's your left one, right here, left jab, good. And you may say, well, why are you saying left? I mean, you would be surprised how many times you say left and people punch with the other hand and they're right. It's just, when you get in this, move in this way, it's just, you forget and you forget things. So watch, I will use all three cues with Patrick here. Okay, so ready, left jab, sir. Good, good. Okay, right hand right here. Beautiful, okay. Now I don't need to touch probably anymore. So left, right. Now I can pull away the verbal, right? Good. Now I'm gonna go 1-2. So Patrick, we're gonna go left, right when I put both up. So you're gonna fire this one first, then the right. Ready? Left, right. Good. Good. Now we're just using the visual. But before that, I touched, I said left, right, I used verbal, I did it all. So watch this entire drill, and this is where you need to get to, okay? Ready? Okay, Patrick, left jab, good. Left jab, good. Right hand right here, beautiful. Again, good, good. Okay, now we're gonna go left, right on a 1-2, just like that. Okay, ready? 1-2, good. I'm not in a rhythm, I might move around a little bit. 1-2, good. I use verbal again, 1-2, good. 1-2, good. Time. So let's review how to stand. Copy the client. They're left-handed, they're right-handed like that, left foot in front, I'm gonna go left in front. Okay, if it's southpaw, obviously gonna go here, okay? Start like that. Later you can get more fancy and stand the way you wanna stand and not worry about how they're standing, and that's a little bit more fancy and challenging, but start with copying the client. Next, cueing. 3 types of cueing. Number 1, visually, okay? Use the target. When it exposes itself, that's when the strike goes, okay? Don't stand there like this and let them punch whenever. You're gonna get injured. Don't do that, okay? Next, verbal cue. Verbal, left, right. Use directions, left, right, left jab, right hand, like that, okay? Right uppercut, left hook. See, I say it like that, all right? And next, touch. With this, you can have appropriate touch really easily. Right here, hook here, right? See, I can touch it and make him do it like that, okay? So practice, work on that last drill I just showed you about reacting, and that is cueing. Coaches, it's time to move on to body shots. Hey, guess what? The body is a lot bigger than the head, so sometimes it's easier in the fight world to start down there. In fact, you'll hear trainers say downstairs, upstairs. Downstairs, upstairs. What that means is go to the body first, get him thinking low, and then come up to the head. Don't be a head hunter and just go for the head every time, right? But again, we're doing it for fitness, but we still want to do it correctly. So let me show you how we work straight punches for a body shot. So here we are. I've got my client here. He's right-handed. I'm going to stand that way. And we're going to do a left jab. See the cue? But Patrick, we're going to squat and jab low here. Now notice I said squat. What you really are doing is changing the level. What you don't want to do as a fighter is lean over, because then you're very vulnerable, right? You're in a bad position, you're off balance, and you're open. It's not good. So you want to change the level, and so he'll do that. We do the right hand, right?
Sure.
Right hand here, boom. Just see how he drops down first. If I was punching, watch this. See, look at that. I missed him. Again, missed him. Now that's advanced, doing a jab as you punch, as he punches. So you could just start by saying squat, bang. Notice I'm using the strike zone. Boom, right there again. Good, right there, bend. Good, so he's bending the legs, hitting to the body. So if I went to the body, and then another right hand up top. See that? Downstairs, upstairs. I'm working the leg muscles. I'm squatting. And in the fight world, you're ducking down. So let's do it again. A low one and up high. Good. Low one, up high. Low one, up high. Good. Everybody see that? So the key is squatting. Now, bending the legs, changing the levels. Now, if he does a jab, guess what? We're going to go down. Good. He's going to go here. Good. See how he's squatting down? Good. If I was striking, boom, he's going to squat and make it miss. Bang. Again. Bang. High. Good. See, low, high. Good. Low. Good. He's quick. I'm learning his speed. Ready? High. Good. Right hand. Good. Low right hand. High right hand. Verbal, visual cue. He sees me drop it. I even say it, right? So what? So a good drill for you is low jab, high jab, low right hand, high right hand. So let's watch. Ready? Low jab, high jab, low right, high right. That's how you hit the body with the straight punches. Now let's move to the hooks. Now the way I hold on the hook is a little bit different. So watch closely. I'm gonna use two hands. Why? These are very strong shots. These body shots here are strong. It's a hooking motion. It's in close to his power source. The power source is the core. So when you keep things close, they're gonna be very strong. Like holding a weight, if you hold it out here, it's much harder. Hold a weight right here, not as hard, because you're close to your power source. So these hooks are close to the power source. They're very, very strong. There's a lot of torque, which is twisting power in the hooks. And so we're gonna watch him do a left hook. So he's gonna lean over. His weight is on his left leg. That's where the power is. Remember how to do a hook punch. Where there's weight, there's power. You got it. And he's gonna fire the left hook, right? Keeping his head off the line. He's keeping his head over there, okay? And I'm gonna put my other hand as a reinforcement. I mean, if I do it with one hand, it's gonna be hard, because that's just an awkward position. So I'm gonna put this other hand for reinforcement right there. Again, good, again, 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 again. See that? Now I can catch it and use the appropriate back pressure. Now, if he does the punch with the other hand, guess what? His head goes over here, see, his head's over there, and see how he stays over there and fires the right hook there. Boom. That's very powerful shot right there. So left hook's over here, then the right hook's over here, left hook's over here, right hook's over here. Now, how do you change from one side to the other is you duck under, okay? So watch really slow. So do left hook, and then he goes under, right hook, under, left hook, under, right hook, and notice when he's ducking, he's keeping his eyes up, and he's bending the legs, not the way. So watch it again. Ready? Left hook, under, good. That's how you hold for the body shots. Practice it, takes a little practice, and you can always finish back upstairs. One more time, right? He's gonna do left hook to the body, and then left hook back upstairs. Right? Left hook body, back up. See that? Yeah, that's perfect. Again, boom, boom. Again, boom, boom. Downstairs, upstairs. Practice it, it's gonna take some practice. Enjoy. Okay, coaches, let's talk about defensive movements, okay? And this is so fun when people can learn to block or duck or slip and counter. They feel like a fighter, right? Hey, everybody's fighting something in life, right? So we are fighters, we are. And this is so fun. This is what I love about this modality of kickboxing. You're learning something at the same time you're getting in shape. So you're not just doing a mindless exercise. You have to concentrate, and man, you get a good workout. And before you know it, the class is over, and you're like, whoa, man, that was incredible. So let's start with defensive movements. And we're gonna start with movement, physical, just moving your body, changing the location of where your body is. And movement is a form of defense. If I'm kickboxing and I throw a big right leg round kick, all he's gotta do is move his body with it out of the way. It takes the steam off my kick, and he's moved out of the way. Maybe I do a front kick and he just shifts one way or the other. Boom. See, he's moving his body. That is a form of defense. So what I want to do this drill here is to make him move in the way I move. And I see a lot of times coaches will hold the pads and their feet are like in concrete, or they're in quicksand. And guess what? The members and the clients' feet are in quicksand. They'll be like this. They'll go jab, cross, hook. Yeah, jab, cross, hook. And there's no movement in their feet at all, okay? So this drill is a great one for you to watch. He's facing me, and I'm gonna move a little. So if I move, see, he's just keeping his left side toward me. Whatever happens, like that, see that? He's never squaring up, never square. Then you're an easy target, you're a big target, but he's staying, his hands are up, his chin's down, he's looking great. I'm moving around, I might cue with a left jab. Good, but we're back to moving, left jab. See, okay, right hand. Now you stop moving when you punch. And you pivot and you plant, right? So you're not moving while you're punching, right? So you stop and fire it out there, okay? Left jab, good. Left jab, good, left jab. Okay, left jab, right hand, 1, 2. Good, we're moving, good. 1, 2. See, now, it's not a lot of movement. You might be thinking, I don't have a lot of space where I teach my classes or work with my client. You don't need a ton of space. We're just right in this little bit area, staying right here, working on movement and reacting, okay? So that's movement. We're gonna go to duck and roll, right? The duck, a lot of times there's a roll to it. So your head makes a U, right? So let's go slow, don't move. He's gonna go under and see, he's over there on that side of my body. See how his head made a U? Watch it this side. See that? Now he's ready to fire off that right side. If he goes here, he's ready to fire off that left side, right? With a punch, right? So you could duck straight down, that's not wrong. But this drill here, I'm gonna swing and make him duck and roll and move, okay? So he's gotta react to me. So where is he looking? Where does he look? He needs to look right here, because that's what my arms are connected to. Don't watch my eyeballs. I'm not gonna hit you with my eyeballs, right? That would be weird, right? So I'm gonna do it with my hands. And when I swing, it's not a big, I swing about at shoulder level. The reason I wanna make him bend those legs, okay? So I'm here with my client, Patrick, okay? We're moving a little bit. I come, boom, good, he's ready. Good, he's keeping his eyes on me, look at that. And now we're having a blast. I might add left jab, good, okay, under, good. I cued with under, right, duck, or I could say duck, left jab, good, looking good, left jab. Okay, we're gonna double the jab, 2 left, yes, 2 left, duck, beautiful, duck, beautiful, right hand, good, 2 jab. See, we're moving, a body in motion, stays in motion. Remember that, a body in motion stays in motion. If he stops and plants, it takes so much effort to get the inertia back and get things moving again. So we just need to keep moving. A body in motion stays in motion. Okay, let's move on to slips. Slips are very simple. What is a slip? A slip is when the punch slips by you. It barely misses you, and that's what you want. Think about a glove. The glove is only that wide, 5-6 inches. So you don't have to slip 3 feet. You only have to do a swat. And I see this a lot. People just do these massive moves. And when you're learning, I get it. Yes, you're gonna move massive moves, but actually that slip needs to be very tight, tightly controlled, so you don't get off balance with a big dip, okay? So watch just the slipping. He's not gonna punch at all. He's just, see that cue? No punches at all. Just slips. And I'm gonna use my left jab, do some slow left jabs and get him slipping the correct direction. Watch, I'll go here. Yep, boom. And you can go back there. There you go. Good. So he's moving side to side. Not big moves, small moves. Boom, 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 boom. Now, which direction? Well, there's no wrong way for a punch to miss you, right? So he's slipping both directions and I'm jabbing. However, in a perfect world, it's great to slip to the outside so they can't strike you with the other hand. So for example, when I jab with my left, he goes, see, now I can't hit him with this hand. If he went the other way, oh, I got him, right? So it's important to understand the perfect way to slip, but it doesn't always happen that way. Like this little drill we're doing with the slips with just my jab, he's got to go both ways. So watch, here he goes again, boom. And I'm just touching his shoulder as a coach. I'm just touching his shoulder every time, making him slip, okay? Now I could do a left-right, I'm gonna do jab, cross, okay? Slow motion, jab, cross, see that? See, he's flipping the correct direction. Good. Now duck. Good move. Okay, duck. Good. Okay, slip. Slip. See how we're working the slips? We're moving, we're ducking, he's reacting, he's watching right here. That's how you work the slips, okay? Let's move on to blocking, okay? Blocking. If you can't duck it and you get caught or you can't slip it, you have to be able to use your arms and block, okay? And it's important, just like punching, where there's weight, there's energy, and there's power. So if I'm gonna do a left hook to the body, he's gotta put weight on that leg to make it strong so I don't knock him over. He just leans into it. Face the problem. Go into the problem. That's a life lesson, right? Go into it, right? But notice how he keeps his hand up at his cheek, his chin, and he pinches his elbow to his hip. That motion right there. That motion right there has saved me many a times in my fighting career, right? Taking the elbow and putting it to your hip. So watch, I do the left hook. Good, I'm doing it kind of hard, so see I can't move him, he's so strong. So if I do the other side, guess what? See how he's putting that weight on that left side? Look at that. Good. That's a block. Beautiful. See, he's blocking. Now, if he was gonna counter, which hand do you counter with? Where there's weight, there's power, so guess what? If he blocks this one, the weight's over here, the right hand would come back. See that? Watch it again. Boom, boom. See that? Now if it's this side, you can hook. See that? He blocks, comes back, okay? So let's review and let me show you a couple simple drills to get working with this. First drill is the movement drill. I'm moving, I'm light on my feet. A body in motion stays in motion. He's moving. Good, I'll cue him with a jab. Good. Okay, we're gonna duck. Good. We're gonna duck. And notice which direction he's going. He's going to my back, right? He ducks, see, he goes up here, I can't hit him. So he always goes to the back, okay? That's a great drill to work with your members. Slipping drill, slipping. So he's gonna, no punch, slip, slip, slipping, slip, 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 good. A simple combination, we'll go jab, cross, slip, slip, right hand, left hook. Let's try that. Watch this combination. Jab, cross, slip, slip. Oh, that's okay. Jab, cross, slip, slip, hook, right. Yeah, everybody see it? See it, watch it again. Jab, cross, slip, slip, hook, right. Good. Great little combination. Again, jab, cross, slip, slip. Remember the reactions we were talking about? He's got to move quick. Now we're going to try this one a little faster. Ready? Look at that. Isn't that good? Again. Beautiful. Do you see how we're doing the slips there? That's the slips. Now the blocking. Ready? Ready? Blocking. Good. Blocking. So we're moving around. Blocking. Blocking. Good. Left jab. Good. Left jab. Ducking. Ducking. Good. Left jab. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2 double slip. Ready? Bang, bang. Yeah, fire it out there. Try it. 1, 2 double slip. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, those are some defensive movements that you can play with and practice with your customers. Keep it very simple and have fun. Okay, coaches, it's time to move on to incorporating kicks. This is where it gets super fun. Now you're thinking, Shannon, you said hand pads are not for kicking. You are correct. Hand pads are not for kicking, but we're gonna kick the air, okay? And he's gonna kick at me. He's not going to kick me, all right? Because I kick back. Right. So he can use me as an aiming point, a real body to aim at. So we're gonna just do a simple kick, a front kick, okay? And again, it's all about cueing and controlling the pace. So, okay, Patrick, here we go. So we're gonna do left leg, notice the touch. Left leg front kick. When I put my arm up and give you the opening, you fire it in there, okay? Of course, I'm gonna add jabs and crosses on the pads, but when I give the big ol', it's a big motion. It's not a little thing, it's a big thing. So he knows, okay, here we go, kick. So make it very obvious. Here we go, ready, sir? So left front kick right there, boom, good. Left front kick right there, good. Left jab, good. Left jab, good. Left, right, 1, 2 combination, good. Front kick, boom. I'm cueing verbally, front kick. Good. Left jab. 1, 2. Moving around a little bit. Good. Duck. Good. Duck. Good. Left front kick. Good. 1, 2. Okay, see how we're doing that? Now we're kickboxing. We're working the kicks and the punches, but we're not hitting the hand pads. We're not being dangerous. We're not getting, I don't want him kicking at this thing. Now, back leg, front kick, I'm gonna change my cue. I'm just gonna open up like this, back leg, boom. Okay, so ready, here we go. We're moving around, ready, back leg, good, right at me. Back leg, good, jab right here, good, jab, good, 1, 2, lead leg, keep you thinking, lead leg, good, back leg, good, 1, 2, moving around, duck under, good, duck under, 1, 2, lead leg, back leg, boom. See how we're doing it? We're having a blast. We're having a great time. He's got something to aim at. He's firing the shots. Now, of course, could we do side kick, round kick? 100%. You can do it. You can be creative, make up the combination. It's always easier for someone to kick at the end than to kick and sit down with a punch. It takes a lot of energy to sit down and punch, where it's easier sometimes to punch first and finish with a kick. So we'll do jab, cross, back leg, front kick. Ready? Jab, cross. Boom. See him again. Good. Nothing wrong with going the other way, kicking first, then boxing. But for members, it'll be easier to finish with the kick. So 1, 2, back leg. Good. Okay, 1, 2, front leg. Yeah, so we mix it up here, having fun with it, make them react, okay? So practice the cueing, the kicks, the next time with your clients. Enjoy.
Hey gang, if you loved this seminar, if you loved watching this and learning these hand pad techniques, buy the course. You're gonna love it. There's so much more. Check it out. We'll put a link here. Buy the course. Let's go.